Qantas has struck a $120 million settlement with the ACCC over allegations the airline sold thousands of tickets to ghost flights that had already been cancelled. Qantas has agreed to pay a $100 million penalty for breaching Australian consumer law. The airline will also pay about $20 million to more than 86,000 customers who were sold tickets on flights that Qantas had already decided to cancel. Qantas will pay $225 to domestic ticket holders and $450 to international ticket holders. Of customers affected, 94% were flying on domestic or trans-Tasman routes, with the remainder flying on the international network. Here's Qantas Chief Executive Vanessa Hudson speaking on a conference call this morning.
I think most importantly and firstly, we want to genuinely apologise to customers that were impacted by our failure to provide cancellation notices in a timely manner. And we do recognise that we let them down and that fell short of our own standards. It was occurring at a time where we were under significant pressure after the restart from COVID.
Well, let's bring in here ACCC Chair Gina Cass-Gottlieb. Gina, thank you so much for your time. Just explain to us what Qantas have admitted to here.
Qantas have admitted that they misled thousands of customers by selling tickets on flights that they'd already decided to cancel. And secondly, they have admitted that they misled customers by failing to inform them promptly when the customer was already ticket holder on a flight that they had decided to cancel.
Now, you were seeking a penalty of about $250 million. The final number is $100 million plus the $20 million in remediation. Are you happy with that number?
We are. We are satisfied because we have received early settlement on terms that are beneficial to consumers. So what we have is an agreement from Qantas jointly to submit before the federal court that $100 million, which is a very substantial penalty, including in the record of penalties in the Australian consumer law, is an appropriate penalty. And then it will be the court's decision. But in addition, from today, we have an enforceable commitment from Qantas to pay a total of $20 million to about 87,000 customers who were sold tickets on flights that Qantas had already decided to cancel. And in addition, we have a commitment from today that in the future, Qantas, if it makes a decision to cancel a flight, will, as soon as practicable and no later than within 48 hours, notify all ticket holders of the cancellation, and in addition that it will, as soon as practicable and no later than 24 hours after their decision, cease selling tickets. So we have an enforceable commitment that they will not engage in similar conduct in the future. These are very important pro-consumer benefits that, together with the admissions that have been made publicly today and the agreement to seek the $100 million penalty from the court, we consider is an overall favourable settlement and worthwhile doing so at this early stage.
Yeah, the conduct you're talking about, just give us a sense of when you first discovered it and roughly how long did it go on for? We first started to investigate a series of very large number of complaints that we were receiving from Qantas customers, many of them in relation to COVID credits, actually. In the course of those investigations, we identified this problem through the compulsory information gathering powers that we have. We identified this problem and our concern about this conduct. We then, in less than a year, commenced the proceedings in August 23. At that stage, we had identified conduct between May 21 and in May 22. Now we have got an admission from Qantas that the conduct went from 1 May 2021 till 26 August 2023. So, importantly, the ACCC found this conduct through its investigations after looking into complaints from consumers. We respond to complaints from consumers. We commenced proceedings quickly in order to stop the conduct and draw attention to the conduct. And we have, with Qantas coming forward to identify to us the full period of the conduct, been able to secure a very favourable settlement for consumers, and also to set a clear message to corporate Australia that they must comply with the Australian consumer law.
And what was it like dealing with Qantas? Were they pretty cooperative on this matter?
After the initial public response, when we first filed the proceeding, when they were certainly defending all points and were taking quite an opposed, contested position, more recently, Qantas did, and we acknowledge, cooperate with the ACCC and have given us very significant admissions of misleading conduct. Also brought forward to the ACCC the admission of the longer period, and also offered early to offer this important consumer remediation program, which is committed in Qantas's enforceable undertaking that has been given to us today.
And just turning to the overall level of competition in the airline market, how concerned are you with the potential loss of the budget airline Bonza from Australia's airline sector?
The ACCC is keen to see stronger competitive forces in the airline sector. We are very conscious that this is a highly concentrated sector. Qantas has an over 60% as the Qantas Group share. We have been welcoming the entry, and we have been hoping for the expansion of Rex, and also the successful entry for, we were hoping for the successful entry of Bonza. We are concerned at the development that has occurred with Bonza entering into voluntary administration. We are very conscious that it is important for a development and expansion of a new entrant that there be meaningful access to the slots at Sydney Airport. We have been submitting for some time that it is important for there to be slot management reform, and we are looking forward to that reform occurring as soon as possible as part of the review that the government is undertaking.
ACCC Chair Gina Cass-Gottlieb, thanks for being on the program this afternoon.
My pleasure. Good to be with you.